Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Welcome to the International Women Build Confidence Conference Group. And I'm super excited to say that as early as it is, y'all, we are on day 15. So welcome to this live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. We've had so much opportunity to learn from one another, to talk about the things that help us to either propel towards our goals or help us to think about the things that actually allow us to kind of stop and park ourselves. So I want to welcome you to the IWBCC page. And I also want to thank you for being a part of a unique tribe and a community where we say, you know what, you are that beautiful. You are that valuable, and nothing about you is a mistake. Two snaps, you're beautiful, you're valuable, and nothing about you is a mistake. So welcome to this live stream. I want to say that since we began UPML day one, the whole goal of this has been to give you personal and professional tips to reach your goals. And it's not easy showing up. Quite frankly, it usually takes 21 days to create a brand new habit. 21 days to look at yourself and say, okay, how am I going to show up differently in my life? So I want to thank those of you who have been showing up every single day for the last 15 days. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy always saying, I'm going to show up no matter what. It's not easy saying, I'm going to get up on a Saturday or a Sunday, or I'm even going to catch a replay. So I want to welcome you to this live stream. I want to thank so many of you for tuning in. Hey, good morning, Indiana. How are you doing? So good to see you. So we have been talking about so many things pertaining to you reaching new goals. We've been looking at how we can get our swag back. We've been talking about everything that made us forget that we had swag. So I want to just say to all of you, good morning, good morning, good morning, Sandra. Thank you so much for being a part of the IWBCC page and for all your comments and for watching that live with Shara. And for those of you who've been just deciding to jump on in, welcome to this live stream. Good morning. And if I haven't seen your name, feel free to put your name in the chat box. Welcome to day 15, y'all, because I'm coming out. Boom, boom. I want the world to know. Gotta let it show. It's a little early, y'all. It is a little early for me to be saying there's a new me coming out, and I just have to live. Hey, how many of you have been listening to that? Or remind yourself, this is your time. This is your season. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can hold you. I've been seeing some bold decisions that many of you have been making. I have been seeing you guys show up and show out. I'm seeing new people saying hi to each other. And look, that's what this tribe is about. We have a lot of new people. We're going to be doing something special. So if you've been tuning in, even if you're new, I want you to take a selfie with yourself in either a purple or a green shirt, because we're going to be doing something special for those of you who showed up and said, oh my goodness, who says I'm on fire? I am on fire, y'all, because I have been bubbling. I have been thinking about so many things. And first of all, before I just go, because y'all know when I start talking, I like to just jump on in, but I'm going to take my time this morning. How about that? So if you need to leave, I completely understand. But for those of you who came to get some inspiration, motivation, tools, and tips to stay on fire, let me know. I've got my affirmation right here. Right? I've got my own. So everything I'm telling you guys to do, I actually do as well. I challenge myself to say, oh no, Alana, last night we had a great coaching session. So I want to thank everybody who was a part of that. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Nakisha. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you for showing up and showing out. We had a great time last night getting to know one another. And so there's always opportunities for you to grow. Today's theme is there are opportunities all around me. Can you put that in the chat box? There literally are opportunities all around you today. If you wanted to increase your income, if you needed to think about who you can speak with, if you're trying to form your own leadership tribe, we have so many leaders, speakers, authors, real estate investors. I mean, we have some amazing people in our community. That's why I like to remind you about the purpose of this group. This group is an authentic group of movers and shakers, and it's continually going to grow. And as we grow, instead of dropping links, drop a comment, drop some encouraging word, drop something that relates to personal and or professional goals. So I want to just encourage you to stay in the tribe, encourage you to stay showing up every single day for the 15 days. I mean, for the 30 days, y'all. So good morning. Nakisha, I see you here. Good morning to you. Good to see you. So there are opportunities all around you. And it's amazing to me sometimes because I think we just get so stuck in our own lives and it's hard to see how much opportunity is actually around us. But there are people having conversations around you every single day. There are emails, in your friendship connection groups. There are people waiting for you to reach out to them to say, hey, how are you doing? Now, not in a surface way where you're just sending them a random email. Like there are literally, the other day, I said, you know what, no matter what, I'm always going to try to reach out to someone I haven't heard from, just to say, hey, how are you? Because look, we are in some interesting times. Even one of my neighbors, I was talking to her and, I said, I'm going to come to your door and I'm just going to knock on your door. She said, will you please do that? Will you please knock on my door? And you guys saw what happened on the day 12 UPML experience, where that woman turned on her phone and she was having a breakthrough in her own life, right? So she was already a courageous person, but she needed to hear that word. And some of you have that gift of speaking. Some of you have already that gift of training. And some of you already know what you're doing when it comes to what you're good at, that thing that makes you go, people always told me I could do this and that. So put that in the chat box. What are the things that people have told you motivate them with? There are people literally waiting to be loved. I know this sounds corny, but we live in such a weird time. Do you know how many emails I've gotten from colleagues that don't look like me, that are just like, Dr. Alana, what do I do? I feel so moved by what's going on with the race relations. I feel so moved. What can I do? So look, there are people that don't look like you waiting to hear from you. There are people that look like you waiting for you to say, hey, I believe in you. You're going to be able to make it. Come on. You are going to be able to upgrade. But sometimes, just like that woman said, sometimes you can lose your way to the point where you don't even know you anymore. You're just kind of like going through something and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't even see. I know what I'm capable of. Whatever. Don't tell me what I'm capable of. Tell me how I can get my feet out of this muddy sand. Tell me how I can shake this off. But let me tell you, today, there are opportunities for everything that you need today. The library, the last time I checked, at least the federal library in this country, is absolutely free. So it used to always baffle me why I wouldn't see a long line around the library. You can go in there now. They have a lot of online portals. Go and do your research around the things that you need to do for business or the things you need to do to study. There are so many opportunities for you there. There's so many webinars that you can attend, right? You don't want to go to everything, but go to the things that make sense for you. There are so many ways for you to learn how to get out of debt. I mean, y'all, I'm just spitting ideas, but I want you to hear my fire and my energy. The other day I was looking, at how much debt when we left and came back from when we left one place and we came back to the States, and I said, that's it. We need to get out of debt. Boy, that was hard. But you know what? I recognized there was opportunities all around us, and Hubster and we had to make bold decisions of what were our needs versus our wants. What did we need to do? And it was difficult, right? But we saw that there were opportunities around us. So I want you to know, what are the things, the information that you need that you can get jump started today, not tomorrow, not when it feels good. There are things that we love to do because we just love it. There are people who are natural readers and they can read books all day because they love to read. But then there are things that we hate to do. I'm going to be so honest right now. And if you don't even have to respond, just put likes if it's like, this, Dr. G, this is really hitting home. How can we get clear about who we're supposed to be when we have so much clutter, when we got bills stacked up from the last 4 months, when we haven't even reached out to those cards we collected at the last networking event, when we've got notes from the last trainings we went through that are stuck somewhere under other books and other bills somewhere in the corner? How can we actually get clear if we never stop and say, hold up, I really do want to come out. I'm coming out, boom, boom. I want the world to you know. Got to let it show. There's a new me coming out, and I just have to live. Come on, y'all. We need to live and feel beautiful. We need to feel that whole I'm beautiful and I am valuable. But when we feel like we have missed it, when things start piling up, we can freeze and just say, forget it. It's too much. I can't, I lost my job, or my spouse lost the job. And ever since then, we were in debt, and now there's nothing we can do. Or we started this business, but I don't even know where the people are. So why should I even try? Or I went live, and you know what? I went live and nobody showed up. So I'm never going live again because it must be that I am not good at it. No. So I want to share with you, good morning, go-getter. There are so many ways to learn. The information is out there. Yes, there are so many opportunities. There are opportunities for you to learn about how to be a business owner. There's opportunities for you and these are free. There's nothing to it, but you have to decide, I want this so bad that I'm going to show up the way I did when I was looking for that new job. I'm going to make sure I set this thing up in my calendar every day. I don't care. I'm going to get out of this rut, whatever it is. I'm going to get out of debt, or I'm going to start this business, or I'm going to be that leader that I've always known I could be. I also want to congratulate one of our WBC graduates. She has become a principal of a school. So I want to give a big shout out to Trelane. I can't wait to see all the things you're going to do with all those, hundreds of students you're going to impact. So we have amazing leaders in here. Guess what? Trelane had to show up. Every single meeting, she would come to our coaching meetings, and she wasn't a business owner. She was a business leader. She's an administrator, but she recognized that she needed to be in a tribe. She's a thinker, an analytical person, and she recognized, you know what, I need to be in the tribe. We can look at so many people, like we can look at Janelle Hall Blondell, all the way in Trinidad, making moves in her country, touching lives with young teenagers, so we have some amazing people that have gone through our experience. We can think of Karen Schneider, who, is a woman who is bold and makes bold choices, a seafood farm industry. We have so many individuals in our community. That's why it's important to show up, because we're going to have a big Tolji celebration in the next month or so to celebrate everyone who supports our initiatives. So International Women Build Confidence Conference is just one initiative that we have, but we do a lot here in this city of Boston. We do a lot for small business owners. We train people on how to use digital technology to scale what they are doing. So we are a vast company, a burgeoning company that is just growing. And my number one goal is to say, you know what? Why not you? All right, let me just pause here because y'all can tell I'm really energetic right now. I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I've been thinking about a lot of people. I must have gotten so many emails about why we don't think we can think too big. And I'm going to pause for a second. Why is it that we only think here and we're not thinking there? I want you to put that in the chat box. What are some of the reasons why you tell yourself you can't be that person on the platform, or you can't be that person offering whatever it is that you're offering to solve some kind of pain? But you know what? You can do it, but you can't be burnt out. You cannot be at a stage where you have no clarity. You can't be at a stage where there's so much clutter you can't think straight. So there are a lot of things that you can start to do today. There are opportunities around all of us. Why not you? Why not you? You might be an inventor ready to invent something that we all need. You might be a new author ready to launch out a new series of books. You might be a financier showing people how to get out of debt. There's so many businesses that are forming right now. You might be an organizer, and you can show people how to organize their lives because they just have a lot of clutter. You can be someone who does a lot with interior design, right from the comfort of your own home. So I want you to know there are opportunities literally around you, but if you're not prepared for those opportunities, it won't matter. It's kind of like, you could have, so it's interesting because last week I was waiting for this package. And it said that it was delivered, and I still didn't see this package. And I was like, where is this package? So I'm all around looking for this package, and I'm in expectation because I'm like, where the heck is this package? I'm expecting, I invested in it. Where is it? And I have this dogged, like, where is it? I'm calling the people. Where is my package? Where is it? You told me it was supposed to be here. X, Y, and Z. So I just say, okay, let me be patient. Finally, I get the package, but it immediately made me think, we've got to put a demand on the dreams that we have. We got to ask ourselves, where is that dream I packed in my basement 10 years ago? Mm-hmm. Now, I want you guys, if you're enjoying this, please heart it up. Give me some likes. I'm going a little long today because I do that. If I feel in my heart I need to take more time, I do that. I think Upgrade My Life. We're only on day 15, y'all. Day 15. We've still got the rest of the month. And good, I will be up every single morning, okay? Unless something random has happened, you will see me, whether I'm in flip-flops, a t-shirt, dressed up or not, makeup, no makeup, you will see me showing up every single morning at 7:30. Is it easy? No. But why do I show up every day? Because I know that you guys out there, the ones that are really serious about making changes, the ones who are like, no, why not me? Why can't I get my swag back? Why can't I be that person that's standing at the podium or that person that's leading a meeting? Why can't I be that person transforming lives? I can be that person. Can you put, I can be that person. I can be that coach. I can be the business owner. I can be the creative. I can be whoever I need to be. And what is amazing, I always say this, many people know Martin Luther King's mountaintop speech, but many people have not listened to the blueprint speech. Just put it in YouTube. Go watch his speech that he gives to those young people about establishing a blueprint. It's a powerful presentation. Go listen to it. But one of the things he talks about is the fact that at the stage of where these young people were, that it's not so much for them about being a good or successful African American, blah blah blah. He said you just need to be excellent. You just need to be great at what you do. That's what's going to be great when you establish that blueprint about who you want to be and become excellent at it. Allow that to be something that propels you. So I do believe that. I believe when you're excellent at how you show up, it makes individuals want to learn more, right? Because if my heart stopped, I don't care what the person looks like. I just want to make sure you got the skills to fix it. So let's see. Nikisha says some people choose to limit their capabilities due to a lack of self-worth. They have a lot of doubt in being successful. Don't limit yourself. Okay, good. I can be that person I'm supposed to be. Yes, I can be that person transforming lives. I can be that person that's debt-free. I can be that even if I'm not there yet. That's why affirmations are so important. I remember years ago when I was a college student, I'll never forget it because it was a very testy time for me. And I remember at that time, being enrolled as a freshman in college. And actually, Nikisha and I went to the same alma mater. So shout outs, right? And I remember they gave us this card that we, once you became a student, they gave you this card so that you could, access the campus, food, and everything else. So me having to figure out how to fund schooling on my own, I was hoping and crossing my fingers that this card would work. So there I am with all my friends and everything. And they were all standing in this huge line and they're swiping their cards, beep, going to eat, beep, all my friends. And then, of course, when it comes to me, it goes beep, 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 right? So my card did not work. And to make a very long story short, not only did I have to figure out what was I going to eat that day, and that was when I was 17, but then I had to think about, oh my goodness, what am I going to do for at that time, I didn't know anything about the high cost of tuition. I just was like, I'm going to college. Well, I'll make a very long story short. I saw my friends going home, the ones that, maybe they didn't have the financial backing or whatever. And I had a decision to make. I either had to show up in all my classes, apply for scholarships, and do what I could do in the short window of time. Because they said, Alana, you're going to be kicked out of college if you can't afford your tuition. And I was like, that is not even possible. I need to get my education. I need to focus. Have you ever been through something you had to just put your 2 feet out there and say, I hope this works? So y'all, I got busy. When I say I got busy with my studies. I applied to those scholarships. I did everything I could and continued to act as though I was okay. But let me tell you something. Every week I was getting, you are going to be kicked out in 3 weeks. You're going to be kicked out in 6 weeks. You're going to be, and so it was tough because I was very young. I think I was just 17 or so, 17 or 18. And I was just like, no, I'm going to have to focus. This is mine. There's no way I'm not going to be on this campus. I'm supposed to be here. So to make a very long story, and the funny thing is you got to put a demand on it. So the funny story about all of this is that a friend of mine, and I was telling everybody, I need help with school. I need, and I remember every time someone told me no, they would lead me to lead me to someone else. That's why every time someone tells you no, it does not necessarily mean you need to stop. When they tell you no, that just means, well, this no is making it closer to my yes. Every no is making me closer, one step closer to my yes. How about that? So eventually, there was this person who said, hey, there's someone you can talk to. She's going to be able to help you. And I had a deadline, y'all, because they were going to kick me out of the school. Can you picture this story? I want you to heart it up if you're enjoying me sharing this story with you. So as this is going on, I am just like, I'm in tears some days. At that time, I wasn't really strong in my own. I wasn't really strong in my own faith, but I was like, Lord, I need something. I need God. Please help me. I was singing every song I could. I was staying positive. And it was difficult, though. It was difficult seeing some of my friends not be able to finish. It was difficult seeing some of my friends making other choices. I was only 18. So to make a long story short, they said, there's this one lady. If you can meet with her, she might be able to help you. Well, y'all, the lady wasn't there. And I, being only 18 years old, I called her and I said, if it wasn't for me, you would not have a job. So she said, what? I said, I'm here because you wouldn't have a job if I wasn't here. You're supposed to help the students. You're not here. So to make a long story short, I ended up meeting her. We had a great relationship. She helped me to apply to a number of scholarships, and I received those scholarships 3 years in a row. And when I think about that time, I just think about, what if I had stopped? What if I had just stopped at every no? What if I had just said, man, I can't afford this thing. I might as well quit. It might not be for me. And guess what? A lot of people were telling me that. They were telling me, well, you can't really afford it. Why don't you just stop? But I said, no, I am going to keep going. That's why I want to tell you, even if you don't feel like you have everything you need, but you know that you have this dream and this goal, do what it takes to invest in yourself. That's something that you're going to want to do, because some things you do have to invest in, whether it's coaching, whether it's figuring out how to launch yourself, or whatever it is. You are going to have to invest in yourself, because when you're investing in yourself, you're asking for permission for someone who has the expertise in that given area, or maybe they've been there, done that. And by you investing in them, they're going to help you navigate some of these challenges. That's the reason why you invest in yourself. So don't get caught up with all of these get rich quick schemes. Don't get caught up with just random people making you, purchase these things for a one-off. No, get into a process that really helps you to say, I really can upgrade. And that's anything, right? So whether that's you understanding how to manage your finances, or you understanding how you're showing up online to build your social credibility, or you figuring out, what do I really need to do to establish a social media campaign around what I'm trying to do? Because look, it's not enough to have a website. It's not enough to even be a good speaker. There are other things, other technical things that you need to learn. That's why I want to challenge you to keep saying, I will and I can upgrade my life. So if you're enjoying this, I'm going to go a little longer today, not too much longer, but give me some hearts and let me know, where are you streaming in from? Can you sense my energy right now? Can you sense the realness that I'm giving you right now? That's because I'm just tired of seeing so many people give up too soon. And a lot of times it's not that you're not doing the right thing. You just have to be more persistent. You have to be more consistent. You have to have like a little bit of, I call it a little bit of Keisha. You got to have a little bit of Keisha in you to be able to say, oh no, I'm not giving up on this dream that fast. Or you've been listening to so many of the wrong people that you have a hard time listening and affirming yourself. That's why I said yesterday that having an affirmation alone is not the only thing. You got to know that affirmation. You got to believe it. You got to know those goals that you have on that vision board. So if you're new, take time to go over unit 1, unit 2. We'll be adding a lot more more units in the next couple of weeks for those of you, because look, we want the IWBCC experience to be though for anybody, right? So you don't have to pay to be an IWBCC, but we are going to be adding some other complementary things in our page so that you can have some of the resources that you need. And then we do have coaching experience. We have the Women Build Confidence Leadership. We also have Business Communication Mastery, which is a higher tiered program to help those of you who really want to start and understand what does it take to actually start a business, make revenue in your business as a newpreneur. And a lot of times when we're starting business, we are working full-time jobs. So how do you do that, right? So I would love to help you by giving you a discovery call. So make sure to take drastic action today if you've never come to any of our meetings before and schedule time with me. I've been listening to the wrong people for too long, including family. I'm working on knowing my life's affirmation. Oh my goodness. Y'all know my affirmation. I am delivered from scattered thinking. My yes will be yes and my no will be no. And I will not be cowardly, unsettled by people, situations, family, or friends. Now, when I say that, we have to be honest with ourselves. And a lot of times when people come to my office and we start unpacking the things or the reasons why we shrink our goals, we don't want to hurt people we love, but let's just be real. People we love hurt us. Boom. People we love do hurt us intentionally and unintentionally. And then we sometimes take a back seat and say, oh man, I can't believe this person hurt me so much. And I really actually look up to them. Well, it's time for you to go back, just like I was looking for that package, and take back all your good emotions, take back all your good dreams, and recognize sometimes when people hurt us, they don't intend to. Sometimes they don't even understand what we're doing. Sometimes they don't even understand what they're doing. And so it can be hard to look out at someone else who might appear to be propelling upward. And, sometimes they might feel left out. Sometimes they just don't understand. And so don't take those things to heart. You just need to park every single thing that's not helping you to move forward and put it to the side. You're not leaving people. You're not abandoning people, but you're just saying, for me right now, I need to get on this lane. And in order for me to get on this lane, I need to show up this way. And in order for me to show up this way, I need to allow some of my doors to be closed. Booyah! So I know I'm saying a whole lot today, and I hope that you are receiving some wonderful nuggets. The reason why we have this page is to really give people tools and tips to think about goal acquisition. What makes you reach a goal and what makes you drop the goal? So good. I planned a challenge for showing up in November. This is divine that I must complete what I started. My commitment is to do it in my birthday month. I love it. Okay, good. I've been listening to the wrong people. I got that. I'm upgrading. I love it. Hashtag UPML. I love your comments. Now, I forgot to say, at the end of June, we are going to be giving one person a $100 Amazon gift card. For those of you who have been new to the process, you've been showing up every single day. You have been posting images, posting comments, catching the replay, all of that. I want to reward someone who I think is really authentically showing up, because that's what this tribe is all about. Now, I like to give you some options. If you have any questions, number one, put down your questions right now. I might be able to answer one of your questions about how you can attain new goals. Number two, would you like to hear another personal story, or would you like to have some motivation as we wrap this up in the next 6 minutes? Put your comments down and I will think about which one I will share with you. I'm working on my own affirmation. I love it. Personal story or motivation. Let me know. I want to hear your comments. And yes, send some hearts if you're enjoying your time. I want to thank each of you for showing up every single day. When you show up, I show up. When I show up, you show up. Remember to say to yourself, I am beautiful. I am valuable, and nothing, not one thing, not anything I've ever been through, nothing is a mistake. And guess what? When you feel so loved on the inside, when you feel so at peace with who you are, good, bad, and indifferent, when you finally say, you know what? I am going to do something different to surprise myself. You can love others better. You can perform better. You can dream bigger. You can feel more rested. All right. Y'all want some personal stories. I guess that personal story was I see 3 mentions for a personal story. I love it. Thank you. So I have so many stories, and most entrepreneurs have them. One story that I always share and I always think about, just because it's important that you guys always know what my heart is when I do what I do, whether I'm going live every day or I'm showing up talking to a bunch of entrepreneurs. I think our society just needs to have more, personal engagement. Even when we're online, people need to see that this is not about just looking pretty on Instagram. It's not just about having great videos. No, I could care less. But what I often think about is the fact that there's always that one person that, wasn't expecting for you to talk directly at them, wasn't expecting for you to remind them of who they are. Here's a last story of motivation, a story of love, really. So, and I know some people have heard me share it before. So years ago, when I was teaching, there were every Friday, I would always, we had this group of ladies, lunch ladies that would clean the lunch tables. They would take care of the students during their breaks and everything. And to pump them up every Friday, I would go in there and do like this James Brown dance. And I would be like, it's Friday. It's Friday. And I would do this thing where I'm like dancing and sliding and everything. And so every Friday they got used to me doing that. And I would talk to each one of them, get to know them, because a lot of times people don't, when people are in the school, they don't really take time to get to know the lunch ladies too much. So I said, no, I'm going to take time to, get to know them. So it was fun. I would go in there and I would meet them. But this one day, one of the lunch ladies, her head was down on the table, and it was during break time. So it was a very quiet time, and it was Friday. And they said, they said at the time, my last name is Todman. They said, Miss Todman, so-and-so, her head's been down on the table and she's not saying hello to anyone. She's actually grunting. She's growling at people. She doesn't want to be bothered. And they said, maybe if you talk to her, maybe she'll talk to you. So she was there, like this with her head down. And I went up to her and I said, Miss So-and-so, how are you doing today? And she said, get away from me, or something like that. And it just wasn't her. So I said, how are you doing? She said, she just kept putting her head down. So I put my arm around her and she was just like a rock. She was just so tight. And I put my head on her shoulder and I just said, you know what? Even if you're growling, I'm going to tell you I love you. I care. And I hope you have a good day. And that's it, because she was not trying to talk to me. So it was awkward. I hugged her, put my head on her shoulder, and then I said goodbye, got into my classes, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. 4 months later, right around time when the school year was about to end, I made the announcement that I wasn't returning to that particular school. And she comes to me in the next week with a card. I open the card and she says, I'm so glad that you hugged me, because on that day, I was thinking about how to end my life. But because you hugged me that day and told me that I was going to be okay, I knew I could hold on. Y'all, so I just always somehow have these conversations with people where, it's one of my gifts where I can be perceptive and I can just see that, oh my goodness, someone needs to speak some encouragement to you. And so moments like that really allow me to recognize how much people need to be authentically, in conversation. And I don't care who they are. I don't care if they are the person sweeping on the road, or I don't care if they have a high position. I think that one of the things we need to do is always be as authentic, as giving as we can. So I want to thank you guys for showing up today. You have been absolutely remarkable. I want to remind you to remember, opportunities are around you every single day. Opportunities are around you literally today. Call some people, look at what the things that you need to focus on and decide that no matter what, you are going to do something to learn more about that given area. You're going to do something to understand how to move forward. And again, I want to challenge you, take a bold action. Now, if you're not in coaching might be something you might want to do. If you want to just have a discovery call with me, and you just want to talk about what you're going through right now, schedule a discovery call, 35 minutes. But I want to tell you, I would not be who I am today had I not had some of the most powerful mentors and teachers and leaders. And I'm always grateful that I call them every now and then and tell them, hey, thank you for being that person in my life. So, there's a lot of opportunity around you today. There are a lot of things that you can do to learn and grow. I want to thank you so much for being a part of this awesome community. I want to encourage you, if you have not done so, make sure to send me a DM. Say, hey, Dr. D, I tuned in. This is the replay. All right. I want you guys to have a great day. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.